believe we're live now. This is my first time going live. So I had trouble setting it up. But we're up. So still the first quarter, 8 minutes left. Oregon's up 7-0 right now. Oregon State has the ball. They hand it off to the right. And he's tackled after a gain of about 2. It's going to be 3rd and 8 near midfield. These Oregon uniforms are awesome, honestly. It's like there's partially gold in it, which I've never seen the uniforms like this, so they're really cool. Third and 8. Oregon State in the shotgun, 7-man in motion. Then there's whistles. Timeout by Oregon State. This is their first timeout of this half. 7-0 still for Oregon. Athlete. I don't see that on my end. Yeah, it's audio. Stinks, man. Okay, I mean, it's not terrible. So I'm new to this. Oh, I see it now. I see it motion. So far, Oregon, they look good. Obviously, they didn't convert down on 4th down. I don't mind the decision. Obviously, they were in that kind of no man's land where in college football, kickers, unless you have a really good kicker, they're not as good as like NFL kickers. So kicking a 50-yard field goal is kind of hard. And then you also don't want to punt because you're punting like if you pin them down like only 20, 30 yards. So I get it going for 4th down, obviously. Oregon State brought pressure. Dante Moore, he didn't. He handled it well in a regular situation of picking up a blitz and getting rid of the ball quickly. But in that situation, you have to realize that it's 4th down. Why not take a shot, even if it does get intercepted down the field or something like? At least you're giving yourself a shot, and then at that point, it's just like a punt. So that's something that hopefully Dante Moore can get better at. Here we go. 3rd and 8 near midfield for Oregon State. They bring pressure. It's a screen pass, and it is going to be a 1st down. And he gets down for about a gain of about 12, 13 yards. Good play design. The screen went right where the pressure came from on the right side. And so it was perfectly set up. Now they're in Oregon territory. They hand it off. No, they don't. There's a fake. Go to the right, and it was a gain of about 3. There's a flag on the play where he caught it. So let's see if the flag is here. A lot of times this will be the receiver was out of bounds and then he caught it coming back in bounds. So I expect that will be the flag here. Seeing what this flag is. It's an eligible player downfield. So it's a 5-yard penalty and then we do first down. So one of the linemen is going too far down the line, which I still don't understand the, the rule on that. It's really hard, like on RPOs and just run pass options. Because the linemen don't necessarily know what's happening. They hand it up the middle, and they get about 2 yards there. That's a good point. If Oregon State wants to win this, they have to. Whenever it's a rivalry game like Oregon State and Oregon, and it's so lopsided, not only in the history of the rivalry, but also the just the nature of their football teams and where they're at right now. Second and 13 to draw up the right, and he has room. He gets the first down, and he's tackling. Makes it to about the 25-yard line. Good run from Oregon State. I was saying, when you're in a rivalry game where you're outmatched and you've been losing, like it's been a one-sided affair for Oregon as of recently, there has to be certain things you want to do. You don't want to beat yourself up. You don't want to self-inflicting penalties, turnovers, stuff like that. And then you also want to create those on the other end. So the Oregon State right now is actually doing a pretty good job with running the ball. They're going to draw it to the right again, makes a man miss, and then is tackled for about a 2-yard gain. Be second down and 8. 5:30 left in this first quarter. Oregon, the 6th seed. I think it was kind of whack that Oregon dropped down 2 spots last week. I don't even know who went ahead of them. I think Miami did, maybe Georgia, but the whole rankings of every team, it's been so like up and down. Like everyone's been going everywhere for now. Second and 8, Oregon State in the shotgun, and everyone was moving, and Oregon jumped offside, but I think it was a false start first. We'll see if the flag is here. Everyone's moving back to look at it. False start. Yeah, the tight end on the left move, and then the right guard and the right tackle move as well. So at that point, Oregon was like, hey, they're going to go. False start on Oregon State. This 5-yard penalty. Still first down, second down. I think it's second down. It was a tight end, Caulfield, at that false start. So now it's second and 13 for Oregon State in Oregon territory. So big opportunity for Oregon State right now. You don't want to turn the ball over if you're Oregon State. They draw to the right, to the left, I mean. Get to the corner, and it's a gain of about 3 or 4. Now they're at the Oregon 22-yard line. 3rd and 8 for Oregon State. Will Oregon State go for it? Oregon State has had special teams issues. So with that, I think that they will go for it on 4th down regardless. So if you're Oregon, I would definitely be wary of the run or draw play because they've had success doing that, and also it's definitely could be 4-down territory. They're in the shotgun, takes the snap, he's looking to throw, throws to the right, down the field, he has a man wide open, and he catches it at the 1, falls down before he gets into the end zone. Oregon State will have first and goal at the 1. I don't know what happened to Oregon's coverage here. 2 guys went with 1 guy. The guys were crossing. The Oregon State receivers were crossing each other, and both Oregon defenders went for the other guy, and he was wide open. So at this point, Oregon State has 4 chances realistically to punch it in from the 1-yard line. Let's see if Oregon's defense, that interior run defense, can actually step up. They bring everyone up. Looks like it'll be a QB sneak. They snap it, give it to the running back, and he is not going to get it. Had to make a move to juke to the right, and then two Oregon defenders were there to meet him. Second and goal at the 1. Didn't get anything there. So here we go. Second and goal. I would expect Oregon State to run again. They have one wide receiver out this time in the single back formation with a fullback and a running back behind him. They snap it. They give it to the running back. And he is hit from the first player, and then he bounces off him and tries to get in again, but is tackled right, like literally a foot before the end zone. I don't think he got it. They're reviewing this right now. I don't think it was a touchdown. It's really close. It's third and goal. They haven't reviewed it yet. Oregon State hasn't challenged. 2 minutes left in this first quarter. Third and goal now. If I'm Oregon State, I'm running it again. Literally at the half-yard mark. One wide receiver out again in the I formation. Snaps it, gives it to the running back, and this time he gets it. Has a good block from the fullback. Touchdown, Oregon State. That was smart by Oregon State. I like how they ran it. Just run it up the middle. This is the first time Oregon has allowed points in the first quarter. So we have, assuming this PAT is good, we have a 7-7 tied ball game, and it is good. 150 left to go in this first quarter. It's 7-7. We have a game on our hands. Sorry, I'm getting text from work right now. Something I don't think anyone's watching right now, but I'm putting it out there anyway because I need to get used to this live streaming thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to stream this whole game. Sadly, I do have work, and sadly, I'm only going to stream probably the first half of this game. Possibly some of the third, but we'll see. Asking me to go to another store. I don't want to. So Oregon State just tied this ball game up with a 150 left in this first quarter. Kickoff, and it is a touchback. If you're Oregon in this game and being a heavy favorite, and especially after the committee or the people just drop you down to 6 for apparently no reason, for a pretty mediocre, I'm not going to lie, performance at Northwestern, you want to make a statement today in a rivalry game. The problem I've seen with Oregon right now is their run defense, and this was the problem against Northwestern. It was very apparent. We have big guys on this defensive line, but I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if it's these guys are just better pass rushers. First down run for Lamar, and he gets about 14. Yeah, I don't know what it is with these Oregon defenders, but the run defense has not been great to start. And next week against Penn State, that will be a test because Penn State has 2 of the best running backs in the country. So it's going to be tough. Man, these uniforms are awesome. There's like texture in the feathers on the helmet. It's really cool. Oregon has the best uniforms. Hands down, in my opinion. Yeah, you can be like, oh, Michigan or Ohio State, they have like tradition behind theirs. Don't get me wrong, Ohio State has cool uniforms. First and 10, handoff to the right. Lamar gets a game of about 3 or 4. I guess Noah Whittington's hurt or something because Lamar has been the main back featured in this offense. Again, I was trying to get the stream up So I didn't see what was going on for like the first half of the first quarter, and I haven't seen Noah Whittington though. I don't think he was much of the Northwestern game either. 2nd and 7, they bring pressure, and that is nearly intercepted. Bad decision by Dante Moore. That was a bad throw. He was trying to get it to, I think it was Gary Bryant going down the middle. It was Sadiq. Oh, it got tipped. Okay. Still was a dangerous throw. I think looking at that angle, I think he would have scooped it in there. But yeah, I got tipped. That's why it was almost intercepted. 3rd and 7 now. Oregon wants to pick this up. They don't want to let Oregon State hang in this for too long. Like I said, they want to make a statement. They want to get things figured out. All these things ironed out before they go to Penn State. 3rd and 7. Pressure. Moore escapes out of it. He's going to run, and he's got it, but there is a flag. It was about where the line was, and it didn't look like it was even necessary. Dante Moore was already scrambling, and he had the first down. And it looked like it happened behind him where the ref threw a flag. Holding offense number 76. Going to replay 3rd down. Let's see it. 76, the tackle looks like. Yeah, that's just unnecessary. Like I said, Dante Moore was scrambling already. Now it's 3rd and 16. Not sure what Oregon's going to try to do here. With the clock running down, this first quarter about to end, I don't think they're going to stop it. Yeah, first quarter is going to end just like that. This is fun. I don't even know who texted me there. Someone from work, but I don't know who it is. So first quarter is done. Right now, Dante Moore's been okay. 5 of 9. Dante Moore 5 of 9 for 67 yards and a TD. Really the only success though on that one drive. Jaden Lamar, 6 carries for 51 yards. The run game's been there, and we haven't leaned on it as much as we had in like the first 2 games. I've noticed that. Maybe it's because no Winnington's hurt, but I feel like the run is really important on both sides of the ball. So if you can run the ball, if you can control the line of scrimmage on offense, and then on defense, you can stop the run and control the line of scrimmage on that end. Like you're going to be in a good spot, and I feel like that's where Oregon needs to put their focus on because yes, we know we have weapons on the outside. We have Sadiq Bey, we have Moore, we have Bryant, we have Benson, we have speed and strength on the outside and versatility on the outside, dynamic playmakers. Dante Moore is very talented. And yes, he is a younger quarterback. We do want to get, any of those bad decisions or anything out of the way. But at the same time, running the ball is important, and I feel like we haven't run it as much as we should against Oregon State because we've had success when we've done it. And then also, when on the defensive side, we need to get better at stopping the run. Like we have not looked good against the run, and like I said, it's gonna be a big test next week against Penn State, and we need to be ready for that run attack because they're good everywhere. Like they're really good everywhere. They're an experienced team. A lot of the players that we went against in the Big Ten championship against Penn State last year, they're going to be back this year, possibly looking for revenge. And yeah, it's going to be tough. So big third down for Oregon here as the second quarter is about to start. It's third and 16, so it's interesting to see what Oregon will do here, what Will Stein and this offense will do. Will they play conservative? Are they going to try to pick up this first down? Here we go. More in the shotgun. Four-man pressure. Morris. And it's tipped again. Second tip today. And Oregon State forces Oregon to punt it again. And again, this is what I said. If you're Oregon, if you want to be one of these, you want to contend for a national championship again, you have to take care of business. And right now, they're not taking care of business. They're allowing an Oregon State team who's playing well, granted. I mean, they're playing well right now on both sides. But they're letting a team that's not on their level stay in this ball game right now. And if you're Oregon, you just want to put them out of it immediately. Good punch here. It's going to bounce a little. It's about the 30-yard line. It's actually at the 30-yard line. So Oregon State will get the ball back after a successful drive down the field on their last drive. So Oregon State has a chance that they can go up in this game after being massive underdogs. I think Oregon was about 35-point favorites, 34.5, I believe. So if they can have any success here, or even just wind down the clock a little more to keep it tight around midway through the second quarter, that's a big win for Oregon State. They're going to draw to the left, and that's been their play. It's been the draw. But he is dropped immediately like Kennedy for a gain of about 1. It's going to be 2nd and 9. I just realized how much I have to talk during a whole live play-by-play. I'm definitely have to get used to this. Also, my voice is just a little iffy. I have drainage right now, so the Oregon State quarterback Murphy calling out a different play, going to the line of scrimmage, running out to the left. That's weird. He's going really far out to tell the wide receiver what to do. They bring a tight end in. They just fake draw to the left. He looks back to pass, throws down the middle, and it is caught. Threaded it perfectly. There's 2 Oregon State receivers right there and 3 Oregon defenders, but what a throw by Murphy. Really tight window, but really good throw. Oregon State picks up the first down. If you're Oregon, also, you want to bring some pressure. You want to get some pressure on the quarterback. I know that draw and that running back is back there like every single play, and they're going to draw up the middle, and he is tackled for a loss immediately. It's a loss of about 1, 2nd and 11. They're showing a highlight of the guy that's in the analysis booth right now. He was on the field when Oregon scored. Here we go, 2nd and 11. Nearing midfield for Oregon State. Murphy and shotgun again. They're going to hand off down the middle, and as a gain of about 1 or 2. It's going to be 3rd down and long, 3rd and 9. 12:42 left in this second quarter. Oregon crowd's getting into it. They're here for some points. They're here for what they, I guess, expected was a beatdown, but it has not been that so far. Oregon State has played well. Here we go, 3rd and 9. Big play for both sides. Murphy in the shotgun. He gets it. This is going to pass. Has all time to throw. Throws it down the middle. And it is intercepted. It was close. It was really close to the ground, but he scooped it up. They're saying it's an interception, I think. No, they're saying incomplete. They're saying incomplete pass, but really close to an interception. Let's see this replay. They're showing it. Lupa gets under it. Oh, yeah, it's definitely went right through his hands and bounced on the ground. That's how he regained it. So really close. Bad throw by Murphy, trying to go down the field, underthrew it, and the safety came across and almost picked it off. It was almost good that it was really underthrown because it died down. If it was like actually a decent throw, that safety would have had a much better chance of grabbing the ball like right here instead of going down to the ground to get it. But so Oregon State's gonna punt it. They punted really weird. The punter is not far back at all. Bryant muffs it and then he is immediately tackled. So it wasn't a great punt, but it bounced and it was bouncing towards Bryant, and so he tried to pick it up to make sure it didn't go any further back. I think he should have just let it go back into the end zone, but he missed it on the first attempt, and then he muffed it, had to pick it back up, and there were 3 Oregon State defenders waiting there to get him. So Oregon gets the ball back. If you're Oregon, you need to score on this drive. Like, not to win this game, obviously, but if you're Oregon and you want to be that team that's competing for a national championship, you should be ready to put some points on the board here. Preferably a touchdown, obviously. And I want to say it was the first drive of the game. Oregon looked really good, went down the field, scored a touchdown. But ever since then, I mean, it's been give and take. It's been pretty close. And again, it's good to struggle, and there's something to be said about struggling early. Like if you remember last year, for Oregon, the first 1, 2, or 3 games, for sure the first two, we struggled like a lot. Remember the offensive line was terrible. Dylan Gabriel was getting sacked like 3 times in both the first 2 games against like Montana State, and I forgot what the other team was, but just not good competition. And I think it was Wyoming actually, excuse me, but we almost lost one of those games actually to an FCS team. We did not look good from the start. In those first 2 or 3 games, we looked bad. And then by the time we played Ohio State, like in the fifth or sixth game, I mean, we won that game. Granted, we were home, but we got much better from week 1 and week 2 to that. And then by the end of the year, obviously we had won and we had gotten the first seed. We were the best team in college football, but I've said it before, the seeding, the way it is seeded, somehow Oregon got the betting favorites as their first game after a week off. It just, the whole seeding is down. They need to change that for sure. So, but that's the thing. It's okay to struggle during the season, and especially now when there's so many. Like it's not just a 14 playoff anymore. You can lose 1 or possibly even 2 and make the playoffs, depending on who you lose to. So you can struggle, and Ohio State was a test to that. They lost last year, but they were the best team in college football, and I would say that they were better than Oregon too. Could we have beaten them in the playoffs if it was a better situation? Possibly, but it's okay to have this adversity on early. You want to be battle tested, but at the same time, you want to take care of business. Maryland's up right now, 27-10 on Wisconsin. That's big. No, excuse me, that's the game. 27-10, Maryland. Wow. So back to this Oregon 2nd and 2, trying to put up something here. They get a first down here, gain of about 2 or 3. That was huge. We have so many running backs on this team. So Oregon going a little quick here. Dante Moore in the shotgun. Run pass option to the right. Dante Moore trying to set up traffic, and he's running it, and then there's a big hit. Picked up 4. If you're Dante, you don't want to necessarily take those hits, though. There's a weird play where the tackler was bringing him down, and then the other guy comes across and hits him in the back of the head. You just don't want to take those chances. You're down 10 more. Just slide down. It doesn't matter to get the extra yard or two. Like, you'd rather him be healthy, obviously. Here we go. 2nd and 6. Oregon's still deep in their own territory. They're going to hand it off to Lamar, and he is tripped up. If he had made it past that tackle, he would have had some room. But it's a gain of about 2 or 3. 3rd down. Third and 4. And Oregon, they need to pick this up. Like, I'd go run pass option here, give more the opportunity to pass, run, have a check down, or take a shot down the field. They send Sadiq in motion. They bring forward a pressure. More with plenty of time down the middle, and it is caught. 1st down for Oregon. First and 10. Dante taking a shot, and it is just out of Moore's reach. Dante Moore's done that a couple of times now. No check down to Sadiq to the left. And that's only a gain of about 2, so it's going to be 3rd and 8. It's going to be another long. So 3rd and 8, another big play here. Jordan Lamar is out wide, wider than the tight end. But he's in the backfield with Moore. See what they're going to do here. Moore going right. And it is caught to Benson. That's a 1st down for Oregon. Good throw. Anticipated throw. Went through the progression and then slang it. Benson, the transfer from Florida State, he's been really good. Again, we have weapons on the outside. We're a really good team on paper for sure. But at the end of the day, potential and talent, that's just on paper. Like, you have to go out and prove it. You know, 1st and 10, Oregon nearing the midfield at about their own 46. They're going to draw it. Lamar tries to break a tackle and trying to go to the right, and he's not going to get anywhere. That's a loss of about, depending on where they stop his forward progress. Notre Dame and Purdue tied right now at the end of the 1st quarter. Should Notre Dame be ranked 0-2 and still number 24? Here you go. 2nd and 16. They didn't give him any of those forward progress. Dante Moore going deep again. Went up for it, and Benson, they're going to say he caught it? What a throw. What a catch by Benson going up to get it. What a throw. What a catch. See, Dante is so good, and he does it a lot where he just slings it. He doesn't get throw it up in the air, put any air under it, but that was a great throw. Put it only where Benson go up and get it, and then great positioning and great catch and control by Benson, going up to get it with 2 hands. Really impressive throw, really impressive catch. So now Oregon at the Oregon State 29. They're in their own territory. Dante Moore gives it to Lamar, breaks the tackle, up the middle, and that's a gain of about 6 or 7. Great route by Benson. They're showing the replay now. Good coverage. Like Benson has a step on him, but he's right with him, number 19 for Oregon State, and Dante Moore just puts it exactly where it needs to be. Benson goes up and gets it. So here we go, second down for Oregon. 5:56 left in the second quarter. Again, if you're Oregon State, like this is good for them. Like they have wasted a lot of time, and it's a tie game still. They're gonna fake the handoff. Moore back to pass, going down, and he's wide open. Sadiq Bey touchdown, Oregon. Good play design there. They went run pass option. It looked like it was going to be a fake all the way. Dante Moore know exactly where to go, and Sadiq Bey was wide open. Oregon retakes the lead. Good route by Sadiq Bey, and number 12 had him, but the route Sadiq went, it was kind of like he was running to the right to block, and then he just turns upfield. So the defender's coming, thinking it's going to be a block, and then he just turns upfield, and he is not quick enough to stay with Sadiq, which is something. He's a big tight end. Sadiq is a really fun player to watch because he's so big. He's such a good blocker as a tight end, but also like has such fluidity and speed as a wide receiver, and he's big and strong too. So like it's hard what you're gonna put up against him to defend. You can't put a guy small enough to where he's just going to manhandle them, but you also need to put a guy that can't be too big because they can't stay with him because of his speed. So that was a good drive by Oregon. There was a couple of third downs where it was third and long, and they had to pick it up. But they stayed composed and they got it. Yeah, this is really tough. I cannot breathe right now through my nose. So when I'm talking, like it's hard to take. I need to take breaks and breathe because of my sinuses. I should definitely try to take care of that. I'm enjoying this so far. I know no one's really hopped on, but I like this so far. I know it's not the best. Since I'm talking to nobody, I might as well talk about not the game right now. This is my first stream. I had trouble doing it with OBS, and maybe it's easy, but I'm really not good with technology. So I would like to get OBS working eventually. For right now, I think I'll just do this. Um, just use the YouTube live where I just use the webcam or whatever. I know there's a couple of things I could improve on already. One is I think my positioning is not terrible. I think I have to sneeze down. Oh, yeah, I didn't even sneeze, bro. My allergies are bad right now. But one thing I could definitely improve on, I think the quality of the mic. I think it's a little low. Also, I'm just using the laptop mic, so it's not really good at all. I just realized I'm not even plugged in, so my laptop could be like times it, but it's lasted well for now. So that's something I need to make sure I need to do. Have plugged in when I'm streaming. Yeah, the mic could be a little better, obviously. The camera could be better, which I don't have a webcam, so I think there's a way to use my phone as a webcam, which I think is a better camera. I have a Google Pixel, so I think that camera would look better. I want to be able to set that up. And then also just things like once I get that quality done and I get more used to, play by play, talking, and the whole process of that and what goes along with it. Like I said, I don't have my laptop plugged in. If I was doing a full game, I'll need to have it plugged in just to save battery life. The camera obviously can be better. Maybe the positioning also can be better where I'm actually looking straight at it. But right now, it's just kind of the setup I have. Um, Big hit on the kickoff. 5:35 left. So if you're Oregon State, obviously you would like to answer back. At the very least, you want to keep it 7-14. And then if you're Oregon, Best case scenario, you want to get the ball back and score again. But if not, you just want to make sure Oregon State doesn't tie it up. Like, you don't want to keep Oregon State in this game. Oregon has about double the total yards right now as Oregon State. But it's only a 7-point game, so here we go. Oregon State at the 20. Murphy takes the snap. It's gonna be another draw to the right, down the middle. It's a gain of about 4 or 5. Had to make a juke in the backfield. And another pretty good run from Oregon State. 2nd and 5. But yeah, obviously once I get all that set up, then I would want to start looking at setting up OBS and actually using that, because that'd be the thing to use in the future for sure. But like I said, right now I'm just trying to get used to this whole thing. Something I'd get more viewers. I ain't got no one right now. Here we go, Murphy and shotgun. It's going to be a draw up the middle again. And it's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4. It's going to be 3rd and 1, it looks like. 3rd and 1.5 possibly. Yeah, I'm enjoying it right now. This is pretty cool. Obviously, I would love to do this. Like, I love sports. I love watching my favorite teams, even other games that I'm really interested in. I love giving my 2 cents on it. So I'm enjoying myself right now, even if no one's really tuned in. I'm having fun. It's good. So it's gonna be 3rd and 1. Murphy's lined up right over the center. 2 wide receivers out, and everyone else is in. Murphy is gonna run to the right. He has an option to pitch it, and he doesn't. And because of that, they're gonna say it's a first down. I don't think he got it though. I don't think that was the right decision by Murphy. He had the pitch to the right. He rolled out to the left, and he's running. He has the option to pitch it to the running back, and he just held onto it for some reason. Ran into 2 Oregon defenders, and I feel like he didn't get this. I don't think he got that, but they said it was a first down. Yeah, I don't think he get. The announcers agree with me. I don't think he quite got there. I feel like he was a little short, but they're gonna give it to Murphy. First down for Oregon State at the 30 now. Sends a man in motion. You're going to draw up the middle again. He runs to the left and runs into 2 Oregon defenders. A gain of about 1. About 1.5. Betcher with another tackle. He's been all over the place this game. 2nd and 8. So they're going to. Yeah, in Oregon State, at least you don't want to give Oregon the ball back. Just run the clock. Take this down to the half. They would take a 7-14 game going into the half, like for sure. So you go 2nd and 8 for Oregon State. They send a man in motion. They're going to give it to him. It's going to be a sweep to the right. Good coverage by Oregon, though, and that's Betcher again. I'm telling you, Betcher's been all over the place. That's a gain of about 2 again. It's going to be 3rd and 6. 2:33 left in this second quarter. So the 2-minute timeout is coming. I know Oregon State would probably prefer if they didn't have to run another play, but I'm not sure what the play clock's at right now. I think it was really close. So Oregon State might have to run another play. Yeah, no, they can leave it because the play clock's a little behind, about half a second. And that is a 2-minute timeout. Big 3rd and 6 coming up. If you're Oregon State again, you just want to get out of this second quarter. You want to go into the half only being down 7 for sure. And then optimistically, you would love to go down and score, like preferably a touchdown, but you would take a field goal too for sure. And then if you're Oregon, the big thing is like, worst case scenario, they cannot score. Like, you don't want them tying this game up going into the half, or even a field goal. But best case scenario, you want to get this ball back. You want to stop them on 3rd, and you have 2-minute drill to go down and score again. Possibly you could do a field goal, but preferably you'd want another touchdown. Yeah, sadly, I think the stream is going to have to end after the first half. I do work in about an hour from now. But by the time this second quarter ends, like, it will be 3:15, 3:20. By the time it comes back, it'll be around 3:30. I have to get to work. 30 minutes after that. So it would just be like no point in me staying on. Plus, I have to use the restroom. But this was fun. I enjoyed this. Like I said, no one really joined, but I can't say I blame them. This stream is not to the standard that I would like it for now. It's just me mainly getting my feet wet. It was mainly like yes, I was thinking about it. Like yeah, I got the laptop finally. Um, I was able to get internet, so now I can stream. But it was like, should I wait about another month or even like a couple of weeks and perfect even more, get the camera better, get the audio better, all that stuff, or should I just get on and just learn how to do this? So I feel like there's something to be said about that. Because in life, like you can wait for the perfect opportunity, and literally the perfect opportunity could literally be like you have this perfect opportunity set in your mind, like it needs to be this, 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 and this. But let's say it gets to 90% of the perfect opportunity, like 90% of what you think is ready, and it's like it's there, and you still don't take that chance, and you wait even longer and longer to get to that 100% perfect opportunity. And once you get to that, you realize it's not even that good. So I feel like it was important for me to just get my feet wet, get this stream out, put myself out there, do it. And like I said, I'm sure this will get better. I know I need to be consistent. Doing this more often will obviously help. I'm mainly trying to get it to. I would like my streams to be decent um, quality by the time the NBA season starts, because that's when I would like to do streams almost every night if I could. So here we go, 3rd and 6. Oregon showing pressure. They dropped back, only pressing 4. Throws it to the left, and there was no one there. Good coverage by the Oregon secondary. 4th and 6, they're gonna have to put it away. But yeah, I would love to, because of my schedule right now. With work, I don't really have like a set schedule. It's not like a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday or anything like that. I do work weekends a lot, and college football and NFL football that happens on the weekends. The punt just happened. Another good punt over the head, but it's going to be a touchback. So for me, it's hard to have opportunities to stream these games. Um, Today I'm going into work late, so I had an opportunity to do the first half of this game. If I wanted to, I could have done like an 11 o'clock game, um, the full game before, but one, I didn't wake up in time, and two, I wanted to do the Oregon game because I'm an Oregon fan, and I stepped on a scorpion, but we move on. What was I saying? Yeah, so I really wanted to do the Oregon game. Plus, I was thinking like it's kind of good that I'm only having to do a half, because it is definitely harder than I thought as far as the talking this whole time. Like this is tough. Like I would definitely need to get used to this. And I know it's kind of extra hard right now because of my allergies, but I don't talk this much usually. Like for me, I live by myself. Whenever I go out, hang out with friends or family or whatever, obviously I'm talking more, but even then I'm not a big talkative guy. And obviously when I'm at work I have to talk. It's part of my job. But when I'm at home alone, I'm mainly just listening to music, just chilling, and I'm not talking like this. And there's also just the intensity of like trying to talk. Like if I actually had people here right now, I'd have to keep them engaged, keep them talking about something. It'd be nice to have like a chat to play off of to talk about stuff. But it's not even really the coming up with topics part that's hard right now. It's just keep going and like talking and talking. So, but yeah, like I was saying, I'd love to get the quality of my streams to where I'm satisfied with them. By the time the NBA season starts, that gives me about a month, because again, when the NBA season comes around, the games are later. So at the very least, I would like to get like a stream done every day. If I can't, that's that. But and I feel like I know more about basketball and the NBA in general. I'm able to talk about the players more in depth. It's easier to play along with and like call out things because I played basketball. I understand it a little more, I would say, than football. And with the NBA, it's every night. With college football, you get games on Saturday, sometimes on Friday night, and then NFL, you have games. Obviously, most of them are on Sunday. You get a Monday night game, you get a Thursday night game. So with the NBA, there's basically throughout the whole season from late October to about April, and then even into May in the playoffs, you're going to get like games every single day, like at least two. So I would love to get my quality on my streams up by that point and get used to it, so I can just pump out content at that point. But until then, I have a lot of things to learn. Obviously, I couldn't even freaking run OBS with this stream. I had to just use the webcam and the audio. I'm just using YouTube's basic live stream. But I'd definitely like to get OBS set up, obviously, if I ever want to do overlays or whatever. Here we go. Oregon has the ball at the 20-yard line. Dante Moore is going to sweep it out to the right. Slips a tackle and is a gain of about 6. If he had slipped that other tackle, it could have been a big gain. Gain of about 7, actually, they give. So 2nd and 3. 1:42 left in this first half or in the second quarter. Oregon State, as a reminder, will get the ball in the second half. So again, as Oregon, you would love to score here. Go up at least 10. Sends a man in motion. 2nd and 3, they're going to draw it up the right. Lamar makes a man miss, and he picks up the first down, and it gets pushed out of bounds. I don't know if they're going to give it to him. Looks like they will. 1:35 left. It's another first down for Oregon. Gain of about 8. Here we go. 1:35 left in this second quarter. Oregon has the ball at their own 34. Dante Moore back to pass. Has time. Pressure coming up. He steps up. He's going to run. He's got a lot of room. He's up to the 50, to the 40. Down at about the 38. Big run from Dante Moore. And this is something Dante Moore doesn't show a lot of, or he hasn't shown a lot of, but he can run. Like, he's a good athlete. But pressure was coming around the outside, and so he just stepped up, and he had a lot of room. Here we go. So that only took 10 seconds. 1:25 left in this second quarter. 1st and 10 at the Oregon State 38. Moore under center. It's going to be a run to the left. Lamar gets a gain of about 2, maybe 3. So it'll be 2nd and 8. The clock's still running. Oregon's not using the timeouts. They have 3 timeouts left, but they're just playing it. Yeah, there's no rush for them right now, it looks like. 1 minute left. They snap it. Dante Moore looks right. Drops it down to Lamar. Makes a man miss. Almost makes another man miss. That's enough for another first down. Gain of about 12. 49 seconds left, and that's another first down. So the clock stays paused for now. Now it's starting up again. Oregon's lined up. Dante Moore takes a snap. Looks left. Going left. Down the field, and it's caught by Moore. Back shoulder throw. He's down at the 1. Clock is stopped for right now because there's another first down for Oregon. 1st and goal at the 1. So if you're Oregon, you have plenty of time. You have 3 timeouts. You can do anything you want here. If I'm Oregon, I'm running the ball. Give a run play option. I don't care. I'm running the ball 4 times. It's a screen to McMillan, and he makes a one-man miss, but that's a loss of 2. Like, why are you doing that? I would call timeout if you're Oregon. Yeah, they use a timeout. 25 seconds left. Why is Oregon doing that? They're going to go to TV break here, but what was that? And Oregon State did this on their drive where they got time at the 1. You have 4 chances to get in. They ran the ball, didn't get anything. Ran the ball again, didn't get anything. And then they ran the ball again, and they finally got it. Like, you need to – you're a team like Oregon. You need to be able to trust your guys and say, look, we have 4 plays to get 1 yard. We believe our guys can push your guys at least one of those plays and just run it 4 times straight. I would have gone like run, run, and then if you still didn't get it on third down, you could do a run where it's like he has the option to fling it out or run it himself, Dante Moore. But why would you do a screen pass behind the line of scrimmage? It was about 3 yards behind. He almost lost it, got tackled there, but he was able to break off the first tackle and get another yard back. So it's going to be second and goal, I believe, at the 2 now. 25 seconds left. Now Oregon State takes a timeout. So Oregon literally just came out of timeout. Oregon State called a timeout probably to look and see what Oregon was lining up to now be prepared more. So like Oregon draws something up. Obviously, that's why they called timeout. They come out. You see the formation they're in. You see the personnel they have. Now you're Oregon State. You're like, okay, now you see what they're doing. Timeout. Let's get our personnel right. Let's make sure they have this personnel, so we think they're going to do this and just be more prepared. So it's a smart timeout. Just annoying as a fan, like you just get back and it's timeout and timeout. But yeah, I just think that was a really dumb call. It was trying to be too cute, for Oregon. Like I said, and Oregon State played it well. They had the defenders there on the screen. So at that point, it's still like our guys against your guys. So just trust your offensive line in that situation. Why would you take the extra step to go back 4 or 3 yards in the screen and then have your guys win up there? It was dumb. I felt like that was a really dumb play. I don't mind them trying out things, but it's like at the same time, like, come on, bro. It was actually, yeah, they're at the 3 now. Second and goal. This is a big formation. They just run it up the middle and it's a touchdown. Up on the left, a good block by the fullback, and that's a touchdown for Oregon. That's what they should have done the first play. I don't know why they try to be cute with the screens. 21 seconds left. Looks like this will be the score going into the half, assuming Oregon gets his PAT. Good run by Davidson. We have so many backs, man. Davidson, Lamar, Winnington, untouched almost. I don't think he got touched by anyone. Good play design, good block by the fullback, good blocking up front on the line. Created a gap, and like I said, I don't think Davidson got touched on that. So good drive by Oregon. Good 2 minutes drill right there. Good back shoulder throw by Dante Moore to set him up at the 1. There was the good run by Dante Moore, scrambling to the left for a gain. It was like 20 or 30 yards. So this half basically is done. Like I said, Oregon State will get the ball back. 20 seconds left. I don't think they're going to try anything. Don't think they're going to try to be cute and get anything done here. That's something I also need to work on when, in like a real stream, if I'm doing this again for a full game, like I need to use the restroom. Obviously, because I'm ending the stream now, I don't have this problem. But in the scenario where I'm watching a full game and I have people watching, I want them to be like disengaged when I just leave. So I would have that thing where I see streamers do where the line comes up. So I can get distracted by the commercial where I would go to the restroom, I'd put up like an overlay where it says something or whatever, like coming back soon or whatever. If I have to go get another water, which I'm out right now, that would be something to put up. So like I said, I'm trying to learn all these things, trying to get better. They're showing the Oregon Duck doing the push-ups right now. I believe when we're home, he does push-ups for every time we score. So it's like we score 7-0. He does 7 push-ups, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then when we score again, we're at 14. He now does 14 push-ups. So it's not the cumulative. We have 21 points right now. He's only done 21 push-ups. He's done 7 plus 14 plus 21 push-ups. So he's done 42 push-ups. And you can imagine like early in the season we were going against the FCS teams and the Oregon State teams, and we score like 60, 70 points. Like he does a lot of push-ups. It's a lot. Very impressive though, especially in that freaking costume. So 21 seconds left. They have a timeout left. I don't see Oregon State doing anything here unless they want to. They're 0-3 rivalry game. They're not supposed to be in this game anyway. Murphy and shotgun, the same formation they've been playing with the running back to the right of him. It's going to be a draw to the right side, and he's tackled for a loss of about 2. That should be it. If you're Oregon State, I think you were thinking like, okay, do the draw. If we get a big gain out of it, then maybe we call a timeout and try to do something there. But they're going to let the clock run. They got a loss of about 2. Good finish to the half by Oregon. It will be 21-7 going into the half. We'll see what Oregon does in the second half. That's it for me. I know there's really no one watching right now, but I'm going to have to go to work in a little anyway. So that's it for me. I enjoyed the stream, and I will see y'all in the future.